Welcome to another edition of Strange New Pod. I'm your Fleet Admiral and host, Julian Brown, alongside the best bridge crew. This side of Jankum just letting it all go, man. Oh, he gets mad in this episode, and I'm here for it. I love it. Captain Hawk is here, loving the conversations that he had with Future Man.
COVID.
Yeah, COVID, right. And Sub Commander Giraffe is here, and if the COVID didn't get her, the headache Temporal Mechanics gave her, and all of us certainly will. How we doing?
I mean, this is supposed to air on the 25th, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so I hope I'm way better and I'm enjoying
I
San
think you're way
Diego
better at
Comic
this
Con.
point, but you never know, right? COVID's a B. COVID's a
For
B.
real, Temporal Mechanic. This is July 14th.
Yeah. I like that we're doing some timey-wimey stuff with our reviews. No, it's a lot of fun. MC is off for one more week. Hopefully she'll be back with us next week. And Eric is still in sick bay, having tried to steal the doctor's mobile emitter because he wants out.
Well, we hope that on July 25th, everybody is gonna be better. Including
everybody's gonna be better, right?
Yeah, everything will be great.
Easy.
Stop confusing me already. I already have a headache, Giraffe. This week it's our review. We're gonna say this word a lot tonight of Temporal Mechanics 101. That's episode 204 of Star Trek Prodigy. What happens when Dahl and Co get a secret message to save Gwyn? What do they do when they realize that they are in the wrong time after finding an echo of said Gwyn? And how amazing was Dr. Aaron's Temporal Mechanics videos? We're gonna break it all down, but first I'll read them because I don't get to do it often. Going to thank our amazing patron collective members at the Ready Room level and above. So thank you to Simon Stager, Jeff Reeve, Mariah Gossett, Tallulah, Jen Stein, Tina Alexander, Joe Saporito, Noe Santos, Kang Hui, Takako Nagumo, Fernando Nogales, SMK, Laura Linderman, Colin Davidson, Shatterhand 2049, Jesco, Michael Graham, Emily and Travis, Gildara, Cassie, be tell her right, not tell her wrong, Maggie Light, Tyrannokilicus, Wayne Ritz, Skonavark, Sean, Jay Howard, Anna Yerdadon, Mehelani Uchiyama, Matt Harker, Davey Willett, Tara Poland, Slope 74, Rude Parakeet, Joshua Miller, Aaron W., Lanky Guy, Carl Angoli, Michael Kwan, Meredith, Caitlin, Elizabeth Dean, Jim McMahon, Sedano 317, Puka Hair, 3 Fries Short, Cat Tip, Tipping the Rita loaded over a pineapple, Sean Manning, Asher CBF, Chris Waterman, RHCB, Martin Simpson, Norman Buckwald, David Prime Hildenbrand, Taryn J. Robinson, Ensign Lexapro, Eric the Red, Trouble, Jamie Roberts, Honeyberry, and Paul Taylor Pitt. Y'all rock. Thank you so much for your support. Speaking of you guys, I am a very bad host, and I have these in my possession. They are going to get sent to you. I've had a very, very busy month and a half and a lot going on, but your stickers are coming. I promise. I have them. They're here. They're right here. They're right there.
I mean, whoever didn't have a busy month, I want to know how.
Yeah,
I want to understand. Like,
I want to understand. I want to understand too. Also a big thank you to our Bad Admirals, our amazing EPs, Simon Stager, Commander Chris Waterman, and Tara Poland. You keep the lights on. You keep what was in this episode. You keep our pit of doom pitting and dropping. I'm gonna find better ones in the future episodes. These are failing a little bit. We have some news because
you keep our heirloom shiny.
You keep our heirloom shiny. I like
beautiful.
As Giraffe stated, we are doing some timey-wimey nonsense here and recording on a different day, but by the time this comes out, you might be at the lodge when people are listening to this. So
no, not on Thursday. I was at the lodge
that's
yesterday.
Wednesday. That's right. So that's right. But you're at SDCC. What do people need to know?
So first of all, follow us on all our social media because I'm gonna be live tweeting the Star Trek Universe panel on Saturday. San Diego Comic Con is back in its full version, let's say.
Its final form once again.
After COVID, after strikes, its final form. Marvel is back, and we're having many Star Trek treats this year. So yesterday I was at the lodge. It's so weird to do that. hopefully, yesterday I was at the lodge. I don't want to jinx myself. And
Imagine if you didn't go.
imagine if like anything can happen.
Anything can
Anything
happen.
can happen. It's in 2 weeks. What do I know? um, and normally today I had the chance to go to Jonathan Frakes' panel, who is presenting his new sci-fi series around the work of Arthur C. Clarke. And Friday is gonna be a chill day. Let's hope that tomorrow is a chill day. It's fingers crossed. I want to enjoy
I know
Comic-Con.
Giraffe, and I've been to Comic-Con with Giraffe, and I know by this point she's already exhausted. So luckily you're not seeing
I
that.
don't know. It's gonna be the first time we're not cosplaying every day, so
True.
maybe it's gonna be nice.
And you
I
don't
don't know.
have anything as heavy as Queen Nev this year, right?
No, I
No.
can
Oh
wear
my
like
gosh.
flat shoes, and I can wear a hat, and I can carry a water bottle. It's gonna be fantastic. So Saturday it's gonna be the Star Trek Universe panel. We're gonna get, we hope, trailers and sneak peeks for Lower Decks, Strange New World, Lower Decks season 4, Strange New World season 3, Section 31. Fingers
Maybe.
crossed. And also we're gonna know more about Starfleet Academy. On Sunday, we will have the Star Trek Prodigy panel with Kate Mulgrew and Brett Gray. So follow us to be the first to hear everything from direct in the room, because I'll be in the room. Oh, and on Saturday evening, I keep forgetting that, but this is gonna be the crossover panel, Doctor Who,
Mhm.
Star Trek, with the two showrunners, and we're really wondering what this is all about.
If you listened to last week's episode, like we got super excited talking about that. Like,
yeah,
want to know what's gonna happen there.
And next week we're gonna be at Star Trek Las Vegas.
I got that on the list.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll be reunited. It'll be good to see you.
I'm gonna be able to give you all the thing I have for you from like the whole year.
Yeah, that's how this goes.
It's a great exchange.
It is. It's the great link.
It's like I have all these things labeled Julian that are here, and I'm like, this is for Julian.
It's funny that I have like a box in Giraffe's house.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, I can't wait for Vegas. I can wait for the fact that it's going to be like 118 degrees, literally. I could.
You're inside. You don't
I
feel
know.
it.
I could do without that, but yeah, I can't wait. It'll be my first Vegas. I am looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of people. That's going to be fun. Heroes and Villains, our friends there. Draft still got the same hat on because this is July 14th, but you don't know that.
Happy Bastille Day.
Happy Bastille Day again. The USS Enterprise NCC 1701 hat. I wear it out often. I have yet to be thanked for my service, but I know people who have.
You need to come to San Diego.
I know. I'll just bring it there. Yeah. So go order that. Go order their amazing other Strange New Worlds and other Star Trek shirts that they have. Great hoodies as well. 20% off your first order using our code STRANGE. And yeah, that's that. Let's get right into it, guys.
We hope that they have a booth in San Diego Comic Con.
Oh yeah, we need to find out. We need to find out about that. Yeah, because that'd be pretty cool. Strangely Loop time? Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's hit it. So, this is a fun one, I think. What other informational Starfleet 101 video would you like to have, and who would host it? Hawk, I saw your hand immediately.
I had a brilliant one. The video is Responsible Holodeck Use, hosted by Barkley and Geordi.
Oh my god, no. Take that back.
Kidding me?
It's bleeped out. I can use it. Oh my god. But yes.
Come on, how great would that be?
I think I want Scotty be like, so you want to hook a stolen cloaking device to a totally different interface. You bang on it. Perky-save maintenance. Or anything that Jordy, Scotty, Bellana were doing in like an hour when it was supposed to be 6 hours. I want to know. That's what I want to see. That's the thing. So the buffer time, the 101 buffer time by Mariner.
There you go. Like that one too. This is I really want a so you're a family coming aboard a starship.
Oh my god.
This is how to be a great parent while serving aboard a starship, hosted by Captain Benjamin Sisko, recently recovered from the Bajoran wormhole, and also hosted by Deadbeat Dad, Lieutenant Commander Worf. How not to be when you're serving aboard a starship. That would be my informational video. Don't neglect your children. They're in outer space.
Don't put your kids on a freaking spaceship. What is this?
I don't know. You can bring your kids on a spaceship, but maybe not one that's like the flagship and constantly getting shot at by Romulans.
I mean, literally, like we saw like a Bolian giving birth and then being blasted. Like,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah, true. Yeah, I feel like they need a few of these videos. These are all very good examples. Thank you. I hope if you're listening on our live premiere in the chat that you're all having fun with this one, because I think this is one of the better Strangely Loops.
It's in Lower Decks where they blew up the kindergarten, right?
Oh, yeah, Rutherford. No one has ever done that before. Oh, man, so good. Let's get into it. It is our review of episode 204 of Star Trek Prodigy, Temporal Mechanics 101. Our order tonight will go Girafe, followed by Hawk, followed by myself. So, you want to build a time machine?
So you want to build a time machine?
It can go take us many places.
Wait, it's a song?
No, well, there is someone did a written version of Do You Want to Build a Snowman, but I think it's with like them
You realize that you
engineering.
just lost the opportunity to just like me into oblivion because I really thought it was
I
a
gotta
song.
bleep you. I could. But no, it was
Oh,
someone
sorry.
actually.
You need
I
to bleep
actually someone made the time and wrote like an engineering version of Do You Want to Build a Snowman? So there's an
Okay.
actual version.
Nice.
I'll have to find it and show it to you guys later. Yes, there is a song, Girafe.
I really appreciate how you never took opportunity to like make me believe like weird stuff. Thank you. Because other people are not that nice, and I thought that the Jackalope existed for like way too long.
Oh no.
Oh
come on.
yeah, I was really disappointed when I learned it was not a thing. But
Oh.
yeah,
Well, don't worry. When we finally meet up in person, I'm gonna take you snipe hunting and fix that.
Oh my god.
I have no idea what you just said, but sure.
You're going
Will
snipe
there be
hunting.
food?
Yeah, we're gonna go hunt some snipes.
Snipey.
Here, snipes.
So Jacob begins to get the Infinity space-worthy again, but as Janeway is making contact with Dahl and the crew, the mysterious benefactor sends them a message as well, like makes all the systems go wonky, simply saying, "Save Gwyn." Between Murph talking to someone in secret who very much looks like Future Man from Enterprise, and this message, before you all got to episode 209, who did you think it was possibly communicating with them? Girafe.
Okay, so first of all, the message I was like, it's Worf.
Oh yeah,
Worf.
because in
Because
Picard,
of-
right?
Right.
I was like, it was like too much, like
Would you like chamomile tea?
Who puts sugar in chamomile tea? Like, first of all, like we never really discussed that, but
No.
that's a no. Anyway, so I thought it was Worf, and I was like, oh my god, yes, I want to see him animated. That'd be so cool. Then I thought it maybe Agent Daniel, but I blame Disco. And then I don't know. I think I kind of thought about the supervisors, to be honest, because I'm obsessed with the supervisors, and I
You
was
are,
also
yep.
thinking about Picard and like Worf and all this. So I was like, why not? But I was like ready for. I knew there was gonna be cameos, so I knew that it was gonna be somebody cool. That's
Yeah.
yeah. But at first thing I thought it was gonna be Worf. I was like, is that Worf? Mr. Woof.
Mr. Woof.
Mr. Woof.
Oh,
So
man.
yeah.
Hawk.
Personally, I actually, for a second, I was sure it was Chakotay actually speaking them because we weren't sure exactly
Yeah,
what happened
fair.
to him
Yep.
after, like, Protostar went through the wormhole, and after he went in after the whole the bungle up with Dahl and the team. I couldn't explain how or why this was happening. I thought Chakotay was at the center of it though, and trying to give them instructions on how to fix it.
Yeah, it's funny. I never thought of Chakotay because I don't think he has it in him like to like send like intergalactic messages and stuff like this.
Well,
Maybe the Varna cat. I thought maybe it would be like the stargazer. What's his name? Ilthrel.
oh,
Or something
Iltherin,
like this.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's the thing is like the mystery of what happened to Chakotay kind of like made me think, did he meet the koala or something like that? Did something happen
The
to him
Black
where he basically
Mountain.
wound up in some sort of crazy parallel dimension and found a way to communicate?
So I was the bad boy in this and accidentally spoiled myself. And so knew Wesley was showing up. But even though I think when I was spoiled, I thought this could be Wesley. I like what Girafe said about having cameos. I'm a ship nerd, and I really thought, knowing that we were going to get cameos and guest stars, this would be a really cool way, and the connections to the Coda trilogy. I really thought we were actually going to get a cameo from the USS Aventine, or the USS Aventine, which is Ezri's ship. She becomes commander of in the books.
Oh,
Yeah, she's captain of it, and it goes along with Voyager having a slipstream drive because the Aventine was the test bed for the slipstream drive, and also, I believe later on became a time ship as well. So I was getting hardcore like trying to connect Prodigy season 2 to the Coda trilogy. And I was like, well, that would be really cool if that's what this is. So it wasn't. That was a bit of a pipe dream, but a man can dream.
yeah.
Yeah. You could
That
not
was
help.
niche.
It was a little niche, but I think Girafe's absolutely right too. You couldn't help but also just immediately think of the Picard episode. It's like, oh,
Mr.
Worf sticking
Wu.
his hands where they don't
Yeah.
belong again. It would be funny though, right? Because we know now it's basically canonized that that's how Worf lost the Enterprise. So he's probably pissed off at these kids. He's like, dude, oh man, that would have been great if it was Worf. So Miguel, in a very Phantom Menace Padme fashion, protests the side mission of going to try and find Gwyn. But they come across the Valnara pit. We keep calling it a pit because it is a pit. And they find Gwyn, but not really Gwyn, like a Gwyn echo. And they realize she's phasing through time and need to turn the infinity into a legit time machine. I actually almost named the top of this hot tub time machine, but there's no hot tub. So
Hot pit
time machine. So with some help from Dr. Aaron, they get it working. But we have to talk about what do we think about, finding Gwyn and then the Temporal Mechanics 101 videos. Giraffe.
Okay, so she is in their present. They are in the future, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So they need to build a time machine to go back to their present,
Yes.
but on Solum.
Yes.
But they got there through the wormhole.
Yes.
So basically, they travel through space and time through the wormhole, and now they just need to travel in time.
Yep.
Yeah. And they're still gonna be on Solum, which is not gonna help anybody because Voyager is at the wormhole.
Which is not
above Solum. Solum is far away.
Yep, correct.
It took her weeks to go there.
Yep.
Yeah. So they're above the wormhole that goes to future Solum, and real Solum is like far Delta Quadrant,
Yep.
right? So
My
I
head
had
hurts.
to rewatch that episode several times to just like be like, okay, that's what they're doing. So they don't like Will basically just gave them the coordinate to be there and move through time. So I like the fact that they have Wi-Fi and they can watch their little videos on their iPad. I thought that was fun. I don't like the fact that Starfleet is giving cadets and hopeful videos how to build time machines.
It seems like a horrible idea.
it seems like a horrible idea. And I like that they're like, are you really sure? It's like, are you 18? Yes. Like, do you know how many times I lied about being 18?
I think we all, man, I had the fakest of fakest Vermont fake IDs when I was 19. It was so fake, but it worked.
Well, you know, in Europe, I just started drinking at 12, so it was
12,
not
right?
really fun
Yeah,
to like.
that's true.
I
Yeah.
mean, we did not shotting vodka, but you know, like drinking wine and so on. So I don't know. I never had the phase, but like entering places, going to see movies all the time. I would lie about my age.
Oh,
Are
yeah,
you
all the
16?
time.
Yes,
Yep.
absolutely. Are
Yep.
you 18? Yeah. It's like, oh, horror movies. I was not going to see like, you know, X-rated stuff. Horror movies are age barred in France. So if you're like less than 18 or less than 16, you cannot go see horror movies. So I was lying for that. Just FYI.
I don't
So
ever remember anyone asking me at that age.
I always got annoyed because most movie theaters really didn't care, but every now and then you got like the stickler attendant who'd be like, I need to see some ID, please. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
You're right.
Really? Like, don't be that person. Don't do
well,
your job.
I
Don't do your
always looked
job.
I always looked very young for my age. So,
Yeah.
you know, even when I was of age, I was like, yes, I am 18. But yeah, I think it's a terrible idea to teach them how to do time machine. But I really like that we get to see how things work, and I think Dr. Irene McDonald did a great job, and I like also how they drew her.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
yeah, she looks great. So yeah, that was fun.
it was. Hawk?
Yeah, same. It was a very fun, like, bit like with her in the video and that, especially pushing the dominoes over. Sometimes time needs a little push.
Also bad idea. Also bad idea. Like
Like giving the kids, yeah. I mean, yeah, it was a bad idea, but really, at that point, they didn't have a choice. So, and I like that this is that it shows Dahl very much as like needing work experience over just traditional like classroom experience. He needs to actually have a project in that to get him interested in reading that book. So it worked out for him.
Yeah. This is one of the episodes that I was like, ugh, doll, why you gotta be like this again, man? Like, he was just very whiny and very like icky. Because Michelle, like I make the joke that she was like very like Padme getting mad at Qui-Gon about like putting Anakin and like speaking of bad ideas, putting a kid in like a dangerous pod race to get them a hyperdrive. Like she was like, this is super illogical. This is not a good idea. And Doll's like, just shut up. Like, be quiet. I don't like you. I'm gonna do
well,
whatever.
in Star Wars, I feel it makes more sense than like Jedi be like, yeah, put a kid in a pod race. Like they already have no problem with slavery. They have
No,
no
no.
problem kidnapping kids. But like in Star Trek, I'm like, yeah, it's a
Yeah.
bad idea.
So I liked Majel actually telling Doll like how it is, but I just Doll was just that like I got season 1 flashbacks. I was like, ugh. I adored this Dr. Aaron McDonald video, also because of Hawk, the way you said it too. I mean, come on, this is also right out of Jurassic Park. Dinosaurs, this is the
Yeah,
DNA
true.
strand,
Yeah.
it was just that's a nice throwback.
Hey, this blew my mind when I was
When you were a kid, yeah.
11,
Yeah.
12. I don't remember. 93?
93 or
Yeah,
94, yeah.
I was
For
12.
Jurassic Park 93.
11.
Yeah.
11.
Yeah.
Blew my mind. I like to get into that movie.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, but it was like, I think you had to be more than 14 or something like this. And
Yeah.
I like,
It was PG. I thought it was PG or PG-13. I have to look that up.
13,
Here,
I think.
I'm curious. But yeah, the videos were brilliant. I honestly wish that there were more of them in the season. I know that there's probably a logistical nightmare to try and do those for
Bring back
multiple
short
episodes.
tracks.
Yeah, bring back short treks. We will say that once every other episode. But no, this was absolutely wonderful, and we're not really talking about it because it's kind of hard to place in the outline here, but while Gwyn is phasing in and out, like I really liked the conversations that she had with her father because it's like trying to reconcile, the diviner from him. So, you know, did they like me? He's like, well, was I a monster or like what was I? She's like, it depends on people's point of views. And then later on, skipping ahead a little bit, sorry, when they do land, then and Jankum rightfully is like, oh, it's the diviner, and she's like, nope, it's my dad, we're cool. But it's great moments. I really like that a lot too. So, getting to that moment, the gang rescue Gwyn. They reunite with Voyager, and Gwyn is given a phase discriminator so she can stay in one place. Having watched the entire season and the direction these first few episodes go, do you think this should have happened so fast, or should they have drawn rescuing Gwyn out a little bit? What do you think, Giraffe?
Well, okay, so I would have said yes when I watched that episode because I thought it was the main plot of the season,
Yeah.
rescuing Solom and all this. But I think what they done with the second season and the whole plot with like Essentia is actually very very good. So I'm happy that they kind of like put that to rest. For sure, the pace is weird in this first 10 episode because they closed that plot really
So
fast.
quick, yeah.
And but we get some quotation mark filler episodes. I don't know. We need to find a better filler episodes. Not really. Like, so I don't know. I think it just you have to really like be yeah, sure, that's how it's going. Like for that whole episode, I was like, I have no clue
Yeah.
uh like what's going on, but I mean, for the ride, I suppose that if I watch it 4 times and I really think and I go and like put it on paper, I'll understand the plot, like the whole thing. But I'm cool with not understanding things most of the time. That's how I speak foreign languages, because I'm cool not understanding half of what people are telling me. So I liked when she like I for example, one thing I don't understand, why she phasing. Why is she phasing?
I mean, so I think personally, if they went about how this really works and this wasn't a kid show, Gwen would be dead,
No, wait, I agree. So she's
right?
phasing
Like
just so she's not dead.
I think she's phasing because it's a kid show and they're lying about not the science isn't lying, the writers are lying
Yeah,
saying
they're making it
she's just
soft.
phasing it because the future's
Yeah.
uncertain, but we know from other
Well,
series, right, like
technically,
she wouldn't exist anymore.
but none of them should like it should
No.
have like just changed like we see in Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow.
Yep. Well, and
Where like
Janeway even says like, "Why have we not been affected?" And
yeah, yeah,
they did
yeah.
some timey wimey crap about the
Temporal
wormhole.
shielding.
Yeah, it didn't quite work for me, but again, kid show.
Because
This
we
is when I
see
have
it
to
so
suspend
many
my
time
disbelief
where
a little
like
bit.
I mean we in The Guardian of Forever, The Edge of Tomorrow,
Yeah,
like they dose McCoy and he just deletes the Federation.
Yeah, leaves them
yeah,
stranded on that planet.
It's just immediate. Like they're radioing like the Enterprise, and the Enterprise is just not here because he just deleted the thing because
yeah.
he was high. So I high and time traveling. This episode is so good. Anyway, so that's the thing. Is like I try to like reconcile the fact that she was phasing by the fact that they actually are still on the right path for like
Yeah,
everything
right.
to happen, but it's so uncertain because they have to do so many other things for it to happen, so many butterfly moments and so many things that she's like existing and not existing at the same time, because
Right.
technically the producer is gonna get there, but it's not there
Yeah.
yet, and it's depending on too many things. So every time they take a decision that affects her, the phase discriminator, I don't listen. Voyager is so good at gluing thing on people. Like
So
how
good.
many times they glued stuff on like Tuvok's forehead?
Yep.
Here,
Yep.
this is magic. Um, I
Same thing
mean
with
they glued
Seven.
us. Yeah, I mean poor Nelix, who didn't have any lungs anymore. I mean, and like the cortical thing that they glue on everybody's face is
I think they
So
stuck something on Neelix when he died, and then Seven brought him back with nanites. Like,
Yep.
yeah,
listen, it's again whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
Astronomy, yes. Biology, eh.
I think you could also argue, if you really want to like suspend your disbelief and make it like how the overall story works, with Wesley being a traveler, you could also say that Wesley was using his power, a lot of his power,
In
to
yeah,
keep
just
Gwyn,
yeah, yeah, just doing
intact.
the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I like the conversation with Il Pharrell. I think he's too nice. I'm kind of bored of him actually.
I I don't mind it because I don't think having the diviner would work, right?
Oh
Like,
no, that's not what I mean. The guy has no, I don't know.
well, like I said, when did I say it when we reviewed the first half of the back half? Like, he's Walter from Fringe,
Mhm.
like that's how he comes off. John Noble either has like evil.
Yeah, but John Noble has a like sorry, like Walter in Fringe has a lot of like agency.
No, yeah, yeah,
Ilver does nothing. He's
that's
just
fair.
here.
He's just like staring out,
And
like,
he's here.
yeah,
Oh my daughter.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh, life.
it's like
I
do
okay.
something, my
Yeah.
man. Like I don't know. Like
He did rappel down there and try and rescue her. To be fair,
yeah, with nothing to
but
rescue her.
that's
So
true. That's true.
like
Yeah,
not a phone, not like a first aid kit, no
yeah,
nothing. He just went there. Like, dude, aren't you a
yeah.
scientist? Like, what is this? Anyway, so I like the fact that Gen Com is like, hey, you child trafficked us. I was like, somebody remember.
Right,
Good.
right.
um, but yeah, I think it's a good scene. It's a good like a good end of the episode. Again, I think this episode works better as one episode with the previous one.
Right, like if this was
Yes.
if this was,
144 minutes.
yeah, this would have been better. Yeah. Hawk.
I mean, it is what it
Oh,
is because it is 144 minutes because we're binging this episode. They're
binging
all
it. Right,
available, so
right.
like,
Yep.
why
That's
not?
true. Yeah. Yeah.
What was the question?
Ah, they finally rescue Gwyn.
Yes.
They get on Voyager. Doctor gives them the phase discriminator. Do you think it should have happened so fast? Like, do you think they could have drawn
I'm
out
a
rescuing
doctor,
Oh,
Gwyn?
and
not
very,
an exorcist.
Yeah, that.
I'm,
Come on, that was funny.
We need
I'm
to
very
stop
glad
counting them.
they didn't draw this out, and especially with like Gwyn kind of being phasing in and out of reality, and that the explanation is the explanation, and that you guys have raised some great theories about it, and especially with like Wesley and that, and saying that you're supposed to be together, you have to stay together. He probably was using like an extraordinary amount of energy just to make sure Gwen was still a part of this. I do love the scenes with her father and that, because despite growing up under the diviner, Gwen turned out to be a great person.
Yeah.
And at some point, like in history, her father was a good person too, who was just interested in the stars and trying to figure out, if they were alone in the universe. And this is the man she wished she had known. And he did rappel down the chasm for her. That might not have brought any medical aids, and that, who knows? Maybe the heirloom does something we don't understand.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Uh, but yeah, I love that Gwen got to have for a few moments with the father that she had wished she had grown up with. You but like I said, I think I'm glad they didn't draw this part out, and that they use this as a way to kind of jumpstart into the next phase of their mission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Fair. I got nothing. You guys hit it, and we had some great discussion. We had some great theories. Always love those. So, we are already this was a very short episode as far as plot. It was go rescue Gwyn. That's it. They do it. Done. We're at our final thoughts. Hawk, we'll go in reverse. Your final thoughts on this one.
Yeah, it works very much as the bookend to the last episode that we watched, and and jumping into the next phase of their journey. This was I love this as a two-parter episode. I I really saw it this time around watching it, how that whole scene looked like, the scene from The Matrix with the Nebuchadnezzar being torn apart by
Yeah.
drones. So, yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can see
yeah.
it. Because with the way the ship is decked out, it makes those energy collectors they have on it now, it looks exactly like the Nebuchadnezzar. They know what they're doing.
There were a
They,
Well, there's
lot
another
of
like
Matrix
Matrix like
references,
reference
and
when she like dodges the heirloom.
that,
Yeah.
and later when they're on Old Man Chakotay planet and they're in
And
the
there's like
tunnels.
also
Yeah.
like a reference to Red Dwarf.
Yeah.
The
Yep.
mango juice.
I
Isn't
wish
that
I'd
in
watched
Red
that
Dwarf?
show more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never
Yeah.
really got into it.
These guys were like, we're doing like one last season, like we're gonna put everything in it.
Yeah.
A good episode.
Nice. Giraffe.
It works well with the previous episode. It makes sense. It's a good episode that furthers the plot. It's weird that they just closed the Solum thing so early, but in retrospect, after seeing the whole season, I'm glad they did because I think what they did is much better.
Yeah.
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 So yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's interesting having that perspective, right? Like I would have just been like, okay, let's like move it along. And then also, Giraffe having, the foreknowledge, about like what happens, but me being like, where did Solemn go? And how, it does make sense. This is fine. It is very much a filler to the last episode. So I think they could have maybe like snuck a few more things into this one because these episodes are short and this didn't have a lot in it. Not that it was bad by any means. It just was like boom,
Well,
boom, boom.
to be honest, they do it a lot on like other episodes where like sometime I'm like, that was only 22 minutes
Yeah,
and they managed to
right.
put like all this
Oh,
story
yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
So, it's
No,
fine.
it's not a bad thing. No, for sure. We have one bit of mailbag. Draft, you're reading this one.
Yes. Hey, Chris wrote, I finally got to start Prodigy Season 2. I'm loving it. It is very nice that the writing isn't trying to start slow and catch you up with the show. And these episodes definitely kept their foot on the gas pedal. These two got me very intrigued on how the season is going to unfold. I have some ideas, but since this show has already outdone itself, I'm not holding onto those tightly. All I can say is that there was a shadow time person and it's overdue. It's been a long road getting to Archer being the shadow man.
Yes, let's go. I love that mailbag. Thank you for that one, Chris. That is going to do it for this one. Join us next week when we do episode 205, which is a fun one. We get whales, we get Murph, we get a lot of fun in the next one. That is Observer's Paradox. We will see you for that one. Giraffe, I hope you're having an amazing time at Comic-Con. I'll see you in a few days in Vegas. For Hawk,
Vegas,
for Giraffe.
baby.
Vegas, baby. I am Julian. Live long and prosper. Buzz Rob. Sarcastic Vulcan salute. Good night.